Good. Appreciate you being here. Obviously, recap first from Georgia State. Just, obviously we're disappointed. We didn't play as well as we could or should have, and got to give Georgia State a lot of credit. I think they have a good football team. I think their record says that, and they played really well the other night, and in a lot of places we did not. So when you do that against good teams, you're going to struggle. Defensively, obviously, we had trouble stopping them running the football. I think that's what it came down to. They were able to maintain drives and keep drives alive, and and a lot of, when you look back, a lot of it is at times we just got whipped at the point of contact, didn't tackle as well as we needed to at other times, and just felt like we never really could get in a rhythm and slow those guys down on a consistent basis. And when you look at our defense over the last few weeks, I thought we were much improved, and really we've had a lot of success stopping the run until Saturday night. So we'll have to we're trying to address that this week and figure ways to put our guys in better positions to make plays on defense, and continue to do that. Offensively, I know we had some good numbers, and I thought Caleb played well for a guy that practiced one time last week with the flu. Thought he gutted it out and made a great performance. He wasn't as sharp as he probably can be or has been, but he made a lot of really good plays for us. Thought our receivers played well. I thought the O-line blocked well. We gave up 4 sacks, but looking back, all 4 of them, I think, were us holding the ball some. So really pleased with how the O-line's playing. Our wideouts continue to make plays. Our 2 running backs that played the other night, I thought, played extremely hard and did a lot of good things as well. And we didn't have any turnovers. So all those things are positives. Just need to score more points. Special teams-wise, had a couple good returns. Obviously, we missed a long field goal, which, looking back, maybe I put him in a bad position. Just felt like the wind going in that direction, that he'd have a great opportunity. He just missed it wide right. Didn't hit it great like he's capable of either. So, looking back, that's probably more on me than him. That's a pretty extended kick for him. Then we decided to go for it on another one. But just thought they were solid. But obviously. We need to play better in all 3 phases, just to be honest, to beat a good football team. And hats off to Georgia State. Sean's done a great job there. They're much improved, and I think they're one of the better teams in our league. And we got to turn around and get ready for another good Coastal Carolina team this week, and we'll get into those guys in a minute. I think when you look at the players of the game for this week offensively, Khalil McLean was our player of the game. I think he had 8 catches for over 100 yards. Just made a lot of big-time plays down the field, which he's very capable of doing. Just really, I can't say enough about how much he's improved from the spring. Being a former quarterback and learning the wide-out position, he's progressed. Cornelius Williams has done a great job really developing him, I think. Defensively, Jarvis Hayes, I believe he had 8 tackles in the interception. Jarvis is one of the most solid players on defense, very consistent, not a lot of drama with him. He just comes to work and does it every day like he's supposed to, so really proud of him. Special teams, Reggie Todd with the big return. He had a couple of returns, obviously, that were good, and I think he's 5th in the country now in kickoff return average, maybe 3rd, is that right? 3rd in the country now, so that's exciting. Reggie is a tough guy. He's been a little banged up most all the year, but practices every day and gives us great effort, so really proud of those 3 guys. So now we're turning the page to a good Coastal Carolina team. Jamie Chadwell's their coach, does a great job. They present a lot of different things on offense with some option-based stuff. We'll have to make sure that we're very sound, that we always have somebody in the right position, and they're going to try to formation you and get you out of position. They do a really good job of that. I think their quarterback, Bryce Carpenter, I think's his name, is doing a really nice job. I think he's a guy that kind of makes them go. The running backs are a really good player as well. So we got our hands full. Another good offense who present a lot of different looks, and we're going to need to match their physicality and tackle those guys in space. Defensively, you see a multiple defense. They go back and forth, odd to even. They seem to play extremely hard. Watching their game just recently with Georgia State, which is a good comparison for us because we just played Georgia State. Those guys fly around the ball. I think they do a great job. Their defensive coordinator's got him Chad Staggs. That I think previously he was, maybe at Furman and did a nice job there for those guys. So they present a lot of different things. They are, pretty athletic and big up front. I think their corners are really aggressive and do a great job of forcing the issue sometimes, and so we're going to have to play really well in all three phases this week, playing a really good Coastal Carolina team, and on the road again. And like I said before, you go on the road in league play, you got to earn it, and hopefully we'll respond better than we did last week. We had 2 great weeks of practice, so it was something that definitely I don't think practice was an issue, and our effort was still really good. I'm really proud of our team, and as far as that goes, these guys are really they're competing and playing hard, working hard in practice, just need to play better. I think it boils down to that, and for us to win. And with 5 games left, we don't control our own destiny anymore, but we still got a lot of options out there. If we'll get put a few wins together here back to back, we still can reach our goals. We just obviously don't control our own fate as much anymore. So we're looking forward to getting on the field today and getting started in preparation for Coastal Carolina. Okay, questions?
Coach, how important is this week? Do you kind of tell your guys this is a must-win, would you say? Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, if we want to accomplish our goals, it is definitely a must-win. We try to approach every week the same, really want to be consistent. I want our players to feel like that we don't prepare any different each week. Obviously, we know where we are from a standpoint of conference play and so forth, so you could definitely say it's a must-win for us. At the same time, I think we prepare the same. We try to put a good plan together and go out and execute it, and that's kind of where we are right now. We've got some guys that are continuing to play very hard, but sometimes we don't make the plays we should in certain areas, and that's something we got to continue to push on.
Coach, you mentioned about cleaning some things up.
Yep.
What are some of those things that you guys need to clean up before you play Coastal?
Yeah, I think getting off blocks and me being more physical at the point of contact on the defensive side, I think that's something we have to stress. Making sure we're staying in the right gap. Defense is based on every gap is somebody's responsible for. And you have to execute the defense to be in those gaps and be where you're supposed to be. At times we were and didn't get off blocks. At times we didn't do that. So I think that's something that's important to us. I thought we contested the throws down the field very well. Obviously, we got the tip ball and the interception. Their RPO game is something they had really relied on, but the other night, obviously, I think they really settled on, hey, we're just going to try to run the football at these guys. We're a little undersized at times in some places, and I think those guys took advantage of that, and then at times we didn't execute. So I think it's a combination of things. At the end of the day, we need to play better. Just play better, and when you're going to play good football teams, we got to make sure we get off the field on 3rd down.
It's a lot of injuries that happened this past game. I don't know if they were minor or big. Is that going to put y'all at a setback for this upcoming game?
We did have some guys get banged up. Fortunately for us, I think a lot of them will have the opportunity to play this weekend. We'll see how the week goes from a treatment standpoint and so forth. But, this time of year, everybody's banged up, so we got to get ourselves ready to go, and whoever's available, that's who we'll play.
Going into more of the second half of the season, what have you learned as a coach so far? And you guys have went through some great wins and some tough losses. What have you learned in your first year as a head coach?
I think the biggest thing for me is I've just tried to learn to be positive and to continue to come to practice and really try to put good practices together. I think that's extremely important because the season's long. We've had some ups and downs so far, and I think our guys continue to show that they'll fight and they'll continue to play. And I think as a coach, for me, I've learned really quick this year that the next man's up, he better be ready to go, and we have to prepare multiple people to play certain positions to get our guys ready to go. When their number's called, they have to go in and play well. And so I think for us, developing our younger players, getting those guys ready is something that definitely is something I've learned this year and will serve us well moving forward. All right. Any questions?